Stop scrolling and listen for a moment, because a single photo of Salma Hayek set the internet on fire, and people could not stop talking about it since she appeared topless in a bold photo shoot, and the image spread fast, with some people cheering, some people questioning it, and many people simply staring in shock. But this story is not about gossip or cheap excitement, because it is about why that moment mattered, how it was shared, and what it says about fame, confidence, and public reaction. So stay until the end, because the story takes a turn that many people do not expect. Salma Hayek has been in movies for many years, and she is known for strong roles, hard work, and a long career that did not happen by luck, and over time fans watched her grow from a rising star into a respected name. So when someone like her makes a bold move, people pay attention, which is exactly what happened with this photo shoot, because it was not hidden or secret, and it was planned, framed, and released with care. The image showed Salma without a top, but it was not rude or graphic, because the pose was calm, the lighting was soft, and the focus was on her face and peaceful look rather than shock value. Yet the word topless grabbed headlines and made people rush to click, filling news pages, fan accounts, and comment sections within hours. Many viewers asked why she would do this, with some guessing it was for attention, others saying it was about art, and a few believing it was a message about body confidence. While Salma chose not to argue online and instead let the image speak, which made the reaction even louder, because silence can say more than a long speech. Different age groups reacted in different ways, as younger fans shared the photo with excitement, while older fans talked about respect and limits, with some praising her courage and others saying it crossed a line, turning the internet into a divided space where everyone had an opinion and showing how one picture can mean many things at the same time. Another important part of the story is control, because in the past stars often had no power over how they were shown, and pictures were taken without permission. But in this case, Salma chose the image, the timing, and the release, and that difference matters, because control can change how a moment feels even when the image is bold. The media also played a big role, as many headlines used loud and shocking wording to pull people in and ask viewers to try not to gasp. But this kind of wording often misses the point, since the real story is about choice, image, and reaction rather than shock. Fans who looked deeper noticed that Salma has often spoken about being comfortable in her own skin and not chasing trends or living by other people's rules, making the photo feel like part of a larger pattern rather than a random act. Fame also brings pressure, because cameras follow stars everywhere, and every outfit, post, and photo is judged by millions. So making a bold image under that pressure invites praise and harsh comments at the same time. And for many viewers, this moment opened discussions about how society judges bodies, especially women bodies, with some comments being kind and others unfair, reminding everyone how quickly people judge without knowing the full person. The moment showed that confidence does not mean pleasing everyone, but standing by a choice even when opinions clash, which is a lesson that reaches far beyond movies and fame and encourages people to think before sharing harsh words, and to remember that images show only a small part of a human story. Not everyone has to agree with the choice, because liking or disliking the image is personal. But understanding why it caused such a strong reaction helps explain how powerful images are and how fast opinions form in a world where one photo can travel across the globe in seconds and start debates among strangers. By the end of the week, the noise slowly faded as new topics replaced it, which is how the internet works, but the lesson remained that public figures are watched closely while still being people making choices for themselves. So before scrolling past the next headline, it helps to pause and ask why it exists and what it truly means, because this moment with Salma Hayek was not just about being topless, but about control, reaction, and how people choose to see others. And if you stayed until now, you understand the full story behind the clickbait and can remember that there is always more than meets the eye.